You're watching a Big Z review. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, had a recent re-release in theaters, and it was amazing to see these movies again on the big screen. I think this was Kill Bill Volume 1 was, I think, my first Tarantino film I saw on the big screen. I actually dragged my mom to it, and she was very, I think, surprised by all of the blood in some of the scenes. But like it's an amazing movie. Like I think, Kill Bill Volume 1 is in my top 10 favorite films.
You and I have unfinished business.
Baby, you ain't kidding. That woman deserves her revenge. And we deserve to die.
So up to now, like the whole bloody affair was always like a thing we talked about, that like you combine the two movies together, and that like before the only way to watch it was a bootleg, because like the Japanese version had a longer anime section, and like there was a bit more blood and it didn't go black and white. But at the same time, like I kind of loved that the filmmaking of her plucking out a crazy 88 eye and then everything going black and white is such a cool moment. And it's like, it shows how like you can do not to get NC-17 to like, so the blood isn't red. But like Uma Thurman as a bride, Beatrix Kiddo, Black Mamba, she's perfect. Like she is so gorgeous and powerful. And like the whole cast is amazing in this film. And it's funny though, like leading up to it, I assumed it was just going to be that, I thought, well, we're doing a big release, and then looking at the time that I was like, maybe they'll do more. So I gotta go travel 2 hours to see it. But like, there's nowhere around me was doing it. But like, the actual thing is literally just that, except it has a long intermission in the middle. And it's almost like, I feel like if you're gonna do a 15-minute intermission, exactly where the two movies already are, it's like, is it really a movie? Is it really one movie? Or are you just fucking around, I feel too, it's just like, there's so much time. Like, I took a piss, came back, and then played on my phone for 12 minutes. And it's like, it's a kind of like anticlimactic to be sitting in the theater waiting for the movie to start up again. And like for the actual stuff, like the anime, like, it's funny. I always thought that the one guy that killed Oranishi's father, I knew the bot. Like I thought the young guy was Bill, like because it kind of looked like David Carradine. He had like long hair and the rings and everything. Like I was like, oh, that must be a young Bill. It was crazy that she worked with him, the person that killed her father. But I guess like he wasn't the big bad. But then now in this one, you get the full anime scene, and you see her killing who I thought was Bill, and I was like, oh, he's definitely not Bill. It's kind of funny that until I saw that version, like I always thought that it was, that like a completely different meaning for the anime then. But like it's cool. It's cool to see more of the anime. But like it's at the same time, I completely understand that you didn't need that section. Like it definitely slows down the film a bit. And I wanted more in Volume 2. Because I wanted something else. Like even in the intermission, they had like behind the scenes stuff. Or if they played that would be the perfect place to have put the weird Fortnite animation. I mean, it's cool that they got Uma Thurman to voice the character again and do some motion capture, and they got her original Australian stunt double to do all the fight scenes. And it's kind of like it's like a missing chapter with Go-Go's sister. But like at the same time, it's like replaying most of this conversation from Go-Go. And then the actual, like, it's kind of cool. The animation's like, that's not bad. It's kind of interesting. Like, almost looks a little stop motion-y. I think they're doing like not that many frames. But then like once they get to the actual fighting, it's like they get shot and it's like Fortnite shot. and she takes a shot and like heals herself. And like all of like the side characters are like classic characters from Fortnite. It's kind of like, it feels a little blasphemous, but at least they knew that, so they ended it. It's after the credits. But you know, Kill Bill Volume 1 is such a good movie. Like some of the best action ever, and it's such cool characters, and everything about it is so great. And I love that you got so much background on Oren Ishii. But it kind of always made me feel weird, and I hope there'll be more scenes, but there's nothing extra in Volume 2. Technically, they kind of remove stuff, because like, to set up the next film, they have, when I'm gonna kill Bill. I kind of love that little thing to end on the first one, and now they just cut stuff out for the extended version. So, but like, I wanted to see more background for all these characters. They're really cool, and we only get to see Oren Ishii. We don't even get to see any background. Well, we get some background from Uma, her training, but we never see anyone do an assassination except for Oren Ishii in the anime. It's kind of funny, movie about a bunch of assassins, we never see him assassinate anyone. But like, it's a revenge flick, and it's great. Like, I still really love Volume 2, but like, it's definitely a much more Tarantino film. A lot of talking, but it's a lot of cool stuff too. Like there's monologues, but there's some great, like Michael Madsen as Bud is great. Daryl Hannah's great. Vivica Fox. Too bad. I really want to see more of Vivica Fox. It's such a kick-ass way to start a film. The whole scene with her and Uma. And I mean, Lucy Liu, David Carradine, everyone's amazing. And it's so cool seeing it in the theaters again. I got my hopes up that maybe there would be something extra. But, you know, this is what they always show. He would show to people. He would do an event and show it. You know, everyone got to see it without bootlegging it. But like, I still love it. It's so cool to see it in theaters again. It's probably out by now, but I assume they might be doing some other release maybe next year for the 20th anniversary. But like, it's 10 out of 10. You gotta love it. Thanks for watching. Want to see more? You can subscribe down below. Thanks.